Yo, 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 welcome back. We are here for another episode of the Not So Big Ben Show. I am your host, Not So Big Ben, government name Benjamin Sladek. Once again, trying to gain another sponsorship from Coors Banquet. Thank you for making the best gosh darn beer on this earth. Cheers to that.
Yep.
Oh, woo. This show is also sponsored by Go Hard Performance Systems. If you want athletic progress that you can see through a data-driven approach, check out Go Hard Performance Systems so you can grow in greatness. And I am also here with my co-host.
Yo, what is good, man? It's your boy Pro at Proden on Instagram, man. And you know, we're back with another banger, you feel me? Back with another banger, man. And you know what? It's a lot to talk about in sports today, brother.
Banger after banger after banger. Shout out to Sheamus.
Yeah.
But yeah, some big fights happened this weekend. Out in New York City, New York, Madison Square Garden. I don't know if you want to call it the fight capital of the world. That's Las Vegas. Sorry about that.
Vegas got him on that one.
Yes, sir. But a lot of good fights. I mean, there was some opportunities for double championships this weekend. Some got it, some did not. But you know, I would say those other fights beforehand, leading up to that, were great. And there was a really good brawl out in the crowd. Dylan Danis, man.
Bro, that guy's so, like, I hate seeing him. Like, am I the only one that hates seeing? I say hate seeing him anywhere. Like, why is he even there? Like,
yeah,
you know I mean, and Dana said, I looked at what Dana said. Dana said it was like kind of his fault.
Yeah.
For letting them, like,
he had a hilarious reaction
whatever.
to that.
But at the same time, it's like, man, I mean, you know, it's entertaining for fans to see and stuff like that. But like,
is it though?
Nah,
nobody
like,
likes the
I don't
guy.
Like him. Like, I just don't think he adds anything to anything. You're just a fighter, bro. Like, that's it.
They keep giving him a platform at the end of the day, and that's on us. But I met the guy in New Jersey when I was at the fight for UFC 316. I couldn't have met a bigger asshole in my life. I was just like, hey, what's up, man? And he's just like, hey, how you doing? Maybe he's not a good spot. I don't know. But I was just trying. I wasn't going to be an asshole to him. Like, I mean, obviously, I'm not going to fight the guy or anything. I'm actually just here to watch the fights. But the funniest part of that video was, like, the red shoes flail. Did you see that? His shoes flail. I was on the floor laughing at that. I was like,
I heard he was like 1v5.
It was 1v10.
Like, he was like,
like Dana White's.
It was like a full brawl.
Fuck. Yeah. But yeah, that happened. The Muslim Brotherhood, don't mess with them.
John Pork.
Hey, Chanko.
Yeah, well,
nah, it's John Pork.
It's John
Pork. I'm a first impression guy. When I heard John Pork, I'm going with John Pork. Yeah. But you know, man, I might be the only one who thought this. I thought my boy Slava Claus got robbed.
Yeah, I did see that. And you know, I think with Slava Claus, he did get touched a lot. He wore it on his face. I mean, but I think going back to the fight, yeah, I think he did. He had enough in that last round, I think, to seal that he won.
The fact that two judges scored at 30-27 was
I didn't see that.
Insane.
I didn't see that. Yeah, I mean, I think he's got I don't know, with, you know, being on the prelim, it shows you that you have, you know, stuff to still work on. So I don't see him, you know, as being like a guy that, at least for this fight that he has specifically, as like one that he was majorly above or majorly ahead, because he wasn't majorly ahead in the fight. But he definitely still won. I think the third round, he definitely won for sure.
No doubt.
And yeah, I don't know, people are...
And that's just what bugs me today about the UFC. Like, you win based off of, or at least the judges per se, and it's not the UFC. Like, you win off of ground control or whatever, which it's like, if you're not doing anything with it, I don't understand. But that's beside the point. Although, you know, you said like people have stuff to work on while being on the prelims, but man, those prelims are some bangers. I mean, Ethan Ewing, the grandson of Patrick Ewing, not actually. I did hit him up in the DMs after his fight because I was like, I figured he didn't have enough Insta followers. I was like, yo, you want to come on the show, bro? I didn't get a response, but
he's probably got everybody hitting him.
He gained 16,000 followers. I checked the next day. It was nuts. Probably more and counting right now, but
and what a fight.
Yeah.
You know,
a scary opponent he beat too.
Wellmaker is a right-hand merchant from what it seems like. He he kept trying to use that right hand a lot, and
It was connecting.
It wasn't landing enough, and it wasn't hurting Ewing in any way. And Ewing's striking looked really good. Like, to be 8-2, I mean, people might count you out, and people really didn't know who he was before he fought. Now, I mean, 16,000 on Instagram. It's crazy. Like, he put himself in a position, and he took the fight on 2 days notice, which is insane to take on a guy like Wollmaker, he's gradually going in the top of the division, and now, I mean, he's not there anymore after what Ewing did to him.
No, but. I mean, I still think it could be just a learning lesson not to overestimate your opponent, which he probably did if I had to guess, but I don't know, or underestimate. But 3 impressive finishes also during that. Kyle Dawkins with a quick club and sub, which I kind of saw coming. Love GM3, but you might be done. Bo Nickal with an incredible head kick. I wrote him off. I'm not gonna lie,
and the middle fingers after. You know what I'm saying?
I don't blame him.
I mean, I get it because people was hating on him. I mean,
he's like, hate me or love me, pick. I loved it.
I loved your performance. I just think you just need to be consistent, bro. Don't get up against a striker that's known for striking and known to be a problem for you, and then all of a sudden you start going back to that same, Bo Nickal. From what I've seen, you're progressing, though. And from what I've seen, as long as you can get your striking down, there's nothing to worry about on the ground.
I mean, I don't know. And everyone's like, yeah, he knocked out a Ken. To be fair, Rodolfo Vieira, I don't know if I said that right, had never been knocked out until that. So, I mean, credit to him. And he was beating on him so bad that Cam Scadaboo was in the crowd going, woo! And he had a fun the weekend at WWE Raw, beating up on Dirty Dom. But that's another conversation. He was all over the place, man.
He was everywhere.
It's crazy. Even when he's not on the field. But
he's always
yeah. And then my favorite knockout of the night, probably Susar Kayev on who I think it was Eric McConaughey. Like that, he had that boy dancing. I mean,
yeah, chicken legging.
But it survived a tough first round too. I mean, McConaughey's no joke. I don't think. But, and then, Fatima Klein is going to be in the top 12 now of the strawweight contenders. And Aaron Blanchfield put on a strong performance against Tracy Cortez. So a lot of really, and might be the next title challenger at 125 if it's not Natalia Silva.
Yeah.
Or I saw, and by the way, congrats to Valentina. She showed that Zhang Weili was too small. And
there's levels.
There is.
There's something called levels.
And now she wants to go up to 135 to challenge Kayla Harrison.
And I don't think she should do that because Kayla Harrison is a different type of power because Kayla Harrison walks around heavy.
Yeah.
And she carries that weight.
She ain't gonna grapple with her, I know that.
I'm about to say, you can't do that grappling shit with Kayla Harrison. So I don't think that's smart. But with Weili and Valentino, I think Weili, obviously that class is too big for you. So you can go back down, you know what I'm saying? You should be fine just staying at your weight class. But like you said, that fight was just showed the levels.
No doubt.
And weight classes really do matter, man.
Well, unless your name is Islam Makhachev, because, man, you could. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I fell asleep. I'm not being disrespectful when I say that. I promise. I'm an old man. It's 1 o'clock in the morning over here. But man, he made it look really easy. And now everyone's asking, was JDM really the best welterweight beforehand? Because watching guys like Carlos Prates and Michael Morales get huge finishes against Sean Brady and Leon Edwards, who are 2 of the top 5, at least at the time, welterweights in the world.
Right
and Leon Edwards had never been knocked out before. Now he's been submitted and knocked out in the same year. Hadn't been finished until now.
And that weight class is so deep. Like,
you forget about Shavkat.
Shavkat, that's what I'm about to say. Everybody forgetting about Shavkat.
I'm not counting out Usman either. I'm sorry.
And Usman, people saying, oh, he weak knee Usman and like he don't got the same legs. Y'all gotta remember, Usman is a champion at the end of the day, and he had his era back then, and nobody was beating Usman when he was in his prime, and he's still Kamaru Usman. So
looked great against Joaquin Buckley too.
And Joaquin Buckley was on a trend, and he stopped that completely. So I think that weight division is so deep, man, and it'll be really interesting to see the next fights that go into that weight division after.
No doubt.
You know,
Because, I mean,
his career.
he's got way more challenges here than 155.
Yeah.
Not even debatable. And honestly, I'm not interested in the Ilya Topuria fight at this point.
No, me neither. Although I think if he were to go back down and face Ilya, I think Ilya would.
I don't think he wants to go back to 150.
He wouldn't. He wouldn't.
You see, he looked jacked at 170.
I heard
Creatine is
creatine. I'm about to say creatine.
It was insane.
Bro, he but you could tell it filled him out so naturally, and
Yeah.
like he could put on that weight, and it was a real problem for JDM because he was too strong.
And that's why I asked, was he really the best welterweight? Because I don't see JDM beating in Shavkat. I don't see him beating. I mean, he might beat Ian Gary. I don't know. And that's another one, Ian Gary, who's.
So many guys, man.
I don't like Ian Gary, but the fact that he was the one to beat Carlos Prates, and Prates is knocking everybody out.
Yeah.
You got to give him that props,
Shows
but
a lot of-
man, and Benoit Saint Denis, another faceplant KO. Very quick work of Beneil Dariush. I went up to get a beer and the fight was over.
It was like 16 seconds.
16 seconds,
Yeah.
and Beneil didn't think it was a great stoppage, but no, you were done, brother.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's known to have a weak ass chin too.
yeah, he's
so,
been knocked
yeah.
out 6 times now. It's crazy. Yeah. But had a great comeback against Jakar Close, though. Let's not forget that.
Yeah,
one of the greatest ones. And was the reason for the Joe Rogan DC meme where DC's like,
Oh, that's like one of the best memes ever in
Ever.
UFC.
No
'Cause
doubt.
That fight was like so back and forth.
but man, freaking great event. Definitely
Awesome
better than
event.
321.
Yeah.
No eye pokes, so that's that's a great start. But yeah, you know, there's a lot of football going on this week, and really a lot of young talent coming up and coming. And you know, we've kind of been brainstorming, like, who do we think could be like the next ones over the next 3 to 5 years, man. I mean, because there's just so much young talent.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent. And there's a lot of ways to go. But I think, you know, we'll get into it. But we're also interested to hear you guys' takes as we do what we're about to do. Put your, comments down and let us know what you think. And also your take on, what we're about to do with these quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends. So let's get into it, man.
Yeah, so for the audience, here is what I gave you boys. So we have QBs, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends. And the exercise is your top 5 that you would want on your team for each position for the next 3 to 4 years.
Let me get my handy dandy list out here.
Yes, sir.
So I guess we'll start with Ben. Give us in 5-to-1 order your QBs that you would like on your squad in the next 3 to 4 years.
Of course. And before I say mine, to any person who's going to comment, no,
And
you're
also
stupid.
Explain a little bit, too, why you got, like, what you got there, too. Because people's going to be asking.
Oh, no doubt. All right, number 5. I'm going to get a lot of shit for this one, even though I got a Cowboys fan in here. I got Dak Prescott. I've thought about him, Jaden Daniels, or Baker Mayfield. I don't know about Baker Mayfield longevity run because I don't know who his weapons are going to be going forward. Like, how much... What?
That's insane to me, though.
What do you mean? Because I don't know if Mike Evans is going to be there. And
Mike Evans is not the only weapon on that team.
that's true, but it feels like he's got like 7 different new receivers every week.
I mean, he's doing fine with
He's
them.
doing fine, but again, who knows? I mean,
Yeah.
I trust Dallas's offense more than Tampa's offense right now. No offense.
What? I'm saying as a Cowboys. All right, keep going. Keep going.
Let us get healthy. Let us get healthy.
Keep going.
Fair enough, but
All they need is a running.
and I don't know. I look at leadership. Dak is one of the best leaders in the sport.
That is
Nothing
true.
phases the guy.
That is true.
Says all the right things. And if he has George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb for the long run, who are both still in their mid-20s, I mean, the sky's the freaking limit for him. Number 4, Josh Allen. Do I even need to explain that one, or are you idiots going to be like, oh, he's too low? You're going to hate me for what I have above him, especially you Bills fans. Drake Maye. Yeah, I said it because
Like,
Drake Maye
yes.
went into his house took Haley Steinfeld with him and said, yeah, I'm that bitch. The New England Patriots are back, and there ain't a fucking thing you're going to do about it, and the Bills are poverty forever. And I hate saying that because fuck the Patriots. Number 2, I got Lamar Jackson, who should be a 3-time NFL MVP, makes shit out of nothing. Zay Flowers is your number 1. Good receiver. Probably not a number 1 on most teams, though. Mark Andrews on the decline, still looking great. Isaiah, no great weapons, and he still does his thing and has gotten better every single year. So it's hard to say what if he gets older? He just tends to get better. Yeah. And number 1, because of 3 Super Bowls, and I will never count him out, I got Patrick Mahomes.
That's understandable. That's and nobody can hate on you for. I don't think any of y'all can be like as much as you hate the Chiefs and them as an organization. It's what they've done.
It's so easy for when they lose to throw him out of top 10.
Yeah. But it's not his fault the majority of the time.
Absolutely.
So
not.
you can't necessarily say it's him.
No.
But all right, I got a little bit of a different list. Not really that different, but I'm gonna start 5 out with Josh Allen. All right. Why? Proven playoff QB, right? He gets to the playoffs, right? He's dual threat. In this day of age, you need dual threat quarterbacks. I'm sorry. You're going to need a guy who can move. It's just based off the defenses you play. And if in the next 3 years, I can see Josh Allen still moving well, still being able to produce what he can and what he does now as the QB. And I can imagine them getting more weapons in 3 years. So
have to.
I'm going to go with that. 4th, I go Lamar. Same kind of thing, dual threat, MVP caliber, like you said, when healthy. And also, he's just one of those elite rushing quarterbacks. I mean, he's a guy that can, if you need him to go find yards in specific plays like 3rd and long downs, or if you need him to go and just, hey, put your head down and go get this first down, he can do it. So personally, I have Lamar Jackson at 4. And then 3, I got Patty Mahomes. He kind of explained that pretty well. I mean, there's no way you can't put him somewhere in this list because his losses right now and his team's inability to win games is not really his fault. I cannot say it's his fault. I can say his offensive line is shit. So, I mean, at that point, you can't really put it on him. 2, I got Baker. Because Baker's been through so many coordinators. My boy Poe told me this. He's been through 3 coordinators already. That's true. And he's looked good for what he's had. And Tampa Bay is a building program, and they continue to build. And we obviously see they can pick good in the draft. I mean, the guys that they've got from the draft have been wonderful. So I think having everything around him as a Tampa Bay person in office or whatever, there's no way I don't want to keep him around for at least 3 years if I can. And then number 1, Drake Maye. Rookie breakout. He's a poised passer. And he's not necessarily dual threat, but he's on the upside of that, right? He can still move, and he's improving. He's improving every time he steps on the field. And the more weapons he gets, I think the better he's going to be. And the more complete you make that team around him, I think he's got it. So just to recap for mine, I got Josh Allen at 5, Lamar Jackson at 4, Patty Mahomes 3, 2 Baker Mayfield, and number 1 Drake Maye.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't a bad list at all, but yeah, we'll see who they think is the bigger dummy of the 2 of us. I mean,
some people could say it goes into coaching, right? But I think if we're talking specific player wise, and we're talking about the players, the list that we have, I think it's pretty spot on, and I think y'all would agree. But also, let us know what you think in the comments. Put your top 5 down. We can debate it. That's what we're all about here. So, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There's a lot more top 5s to cover, ain't that right?
Bo Nix, bro.
Yeah. And we
blow dicks.
We were talking about that before, but I think out of the 5 quarterbacks that we've both named, he's not in that list just because of the 5 quarterbacks that are already there.
Not even
present
at 10, brother. I'm not even putting him at 10.
Now, I will say he's at least top 15. There's no way he's not at least top 15. He might not be top 10. I can, that's a questionable thing, but I think, like I said, for the list that we got now and the players that are playing the way they are playing right now, you can't put him up there. You just can't put him up there right now.
All right, boys, I'm going to flick up the list for the audience to see. And Ben, why don't you go ahead and start with your 5th rated running back that you would want in the next 3 to 4 years.
5th rated running back in the next 3 to 4 years. Man, oh man. This is going to be one that is so hardly debated. I really thought long and hard on this one. Bucky Irving, when he is healthy, is that guy. If he can just get on the field. I mean, you saw what Sean Tucker did a few days ago.
Yeah.
Bucky Irving probably would have had about 203 tutties. Sean Tucker would have had 100 with 3 tutties, and they would have won that game. But that's another conversation. Number 4, I got Saquon Barkley if they establish an offensive line, because it seems like in the next 3 to 4 years, Lane Johnson probably will not be there. And that's nothing against him because he's a Hall of Famer, but it just seems like you're not washed, but too injury prone at this point in your career. And yeah, I mean, Saquon still, he'll pop off every now and then. Number 3, I got Jonathan Taylor. It'd be so easy to put him at number 1. He's 27 years old though, so we know how old that is in running back years, but still a lot of good football left for him, no doubt about it. Number 2, we got Jahmyr Gibbs. There's nobody better in open space than him. I dare you to challenge me on that one. And number 1, Bijan Robinson. Nobody can cut like that guy. The only problem is Zach Robinson and Raheem Morris just don't want to use him. So that's on them.
Yeah. And I can agree with that. That list is pretty solid, and all those guys on that list are phenomenal running backs. But, like I said, this is our own personal list, so it's going to be different, and mine is slightly different. So if we're going top 5, at 5, I got to have Agent. And people are like, you could probably pick more guys than Agent. But from what I've seen, he just doesn't get used like he should, like as much as he should. And when he does get used, even in the passing game, he looks really good, and he's only 24. So, I mean, he's kind of in the prime years of his life right now. There's no way I can't pick Devon Achane right now. 4, I got to go James Cook. James Cook's only 26 years old, but he looks like a sturdy, downhill, really strong running back. And, I mean, he balances that Bills offense out really well. If they didn't have James Cook, I think their offense wouldn't be as high-powered as they are now. So you got to look at what James Cook has done. And then I think 3rd, I'm going to go – 3rd, I'm going to have to put Gibbs. Because that's, like you said, Gibbs is – there's no way you don't put that guy on the field and use him. Like, you have to use him anytime he's on the field. Like, for me personally, I would never have Jahmyr Gibbs block. Anytime he's on the field, I'm just using him. Anytime as a distraction or even as anything else, he's just that type of guy where you can use him in so many ways. Going to 2, I'm going to go to Saquon Barkley. He did his thing last year, and like I said, kind of same thing with Patrick Mahomes. He's not really to blame for their losses. He's not really to blame for the team's lack of production. And I think he's still a good running back. I mean, he almost averages 7 yards a carry. So he's still an elite running back, and you can't take away from him if his defense or if his offensive line is not performing. And then that one, I got JT. And this is no hate to Bijan, right? I love Bijan, right? But JT to me is doing more for what he has than Bijan is. And he's been doing that. He's done that ever since he's been a rookie. So in my eyes, if you want somebody who's going to give you steady production, give you quality runs, and get you those TDs and everything that you need, I think number one guy, and for as young as he is, I gotta go Jonathan Taylor. That's my number one.
Man, I mean, hard to argue with that because Jonathan Taylor is I mean, he's a stud and probably, I think, the MVP of the league right now. But that's probably going to be a quarterback debate or, award, I should say. And, I mean, it's unfortunate because running backs don't get the credit that they deserve.
Yeah, they don't. And, I mean, I think, if we're talking MVP talks, we should definitely think of what some of these running backs are doing nowadays. Like JT, like Saquon last year. And that's just going to continually progress, I feel like. You're going to see more positions start to fight for those MVP-type calibers. And another position you can say is wide receiver.
Man.
And I think we've got a pretty good list for that as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We ready to list that off?
Yeah.
All right. Number 5 for me, I got Mr. Spitter, Jamar Chase. Yeah, I mean, you're the best receiver in football right now. I mean, but you're kind of a pussy-ass bitch. And, you're suspended for 1 game right now. What more free time do you have on Sunday? Our gym's open for sparring. How about you come in here and I beat the fucking shit out of you? You little bitch! Let's agree. I beat the fuck out of that son of a bitch.
That's and I'm gonna say, Chase, you're not on my list, and that was a big reason. I just wouldn't want you. I wouldn't want you to be on my team if I see you doing something like that. Like, that's just petty, and only pussy people do that. Only pussy people spit on people. That's
and then say that you didn't do it. That's what bugged me.
Clearly on camera that you did. All right, buddy. All right.
Like, what are you, Shaggy? It wasn't me. I mean, come on, brother. Like, but anyways, you're a good football player. You're a fucking cunt. That's the problem. And the Bengals are a bunch of faggots too, but that's another conversation. Cincinnati buttholes. That's what I call them. But anyways. CeeDee Lamb at 4. And, I'm just thinking of it right now. I can't believe I didn't have George Pickens on here. I really thought of that, but whatever. I mean, as a Steeler fan, kind of want him back, minus being a little bit of a distraction. But CeeDee Lamb, he does what he does, has a few drops here and there, but the production it's there. Number 3, Justin Jefferson, as long as he gets a quarterback. And remember when I said that J.J. McCarthy Nine. Jesus.
Shit is so ass. 9? What the fuck
What
type of aura do you have?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he'll make a big play here and there. Like, but he's just got that clutch. Like, what, handed the ball off in college? Like, he threw the ball 20 times a game at most. I mean, I don't know. And my thing is like, got to let him develop. No, the Vikings were thought of as a Super Bowl team coming into the season. You got Justin Jefferson as your number 1. Any quarterback would be lucky to go into that. And now you're making Justin Jefferson look like a blocking receiver on a high school offense or a Navy offense. I mean, what is this? Come on, man. And Kevin O'Connell, I'm sorry, your resume is in question right now. I'm sorry. You let Sam Darnold walk out the door for this dude. I know Sam Darnold threw 4 picks, but come on, man. J.J. McCarthy threw 4 picks in the last, every game he's played. But anytime he throws the ball, you're like, oh, fuck. Not because something cool's about to happen, because it's like the other team, here we go, mine. 9 throws it to mine, but, Justin Jefferson, you're my number 3. Puka Nacua at my number 2. When he gets on the field, he just does what he does. I saw the other day he said he wants to retire at the age of 30. Please don't. I mean, if you're in good, you do what you do, but it's fun to watch you play the game of football. And number 1, I got my boy in Seattle, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah. Yeah. And To be fair, I think if we're talking future-wise and anything like that, he's definitely a number one for anybody. I mean, if he were to like somehow get in the free agency, he would have multiple teams trying to pick him up.
Ain't no way they're letting him go to free agency.
No way they would let him. But smart list, solid list. Like I said, mine's just a little bit different here, but it's kind of on that same, you know what I'm saying, that same kind of area. So I got 5. I got Drake London. I'm sorry for what he's done with what type of team he's had, what type of quarterback he's had, which, Penix, you're not out for the season again. Hang it up, bro. I think it's just time, bro. You're getting hurt. He's getting Penix?
Hang it up. I mean, I'm not against that.
He's getting injured. When can he not stay injured for a season?
It's either his 3rd or 4th knee surgery.
Come on. You're not the same guy anymore. There's no way. You're not.
I mean, that's up to him, but Atlanta isn't going to tell him to do that. They spent a top 10 pick on the guy.
Because they need him. But, I mean, if they go in the draft this year and try to...
He hadn't even really been that guy, if I'm being honest. I know.
But for that, Drake London has produced numbers. And, I mean, right now, he's top 5 in the league in yards. So, for all that, I got to put him at 5. 4, I'm going Justin Jefferson. Like you said, to his point, he's not really been getting the production from his quarterback that he necessarily needs. But if you look at how versatile he is as a receiver and his run after the catch, he can make moves, and he's pretty fast. Younger guy, I think he just needs, like I said, a quarterback to really get him the ball and really look for him. But in the next 3 years, I don't see them letting him go anywhere else. It's just I don't see it.
He gonna request a trade.
Number 3, I got Amon St. Brown. I think he's just a solid wide receiver. I mean, those little short routes, those little slants, those cuts to the out. I mean, he's so good at those like small, sneaky routes, and he blocks really well. And he's an overall, to me, he's not oversized, but he's not undersized. So he's kind of like that perfect wide receiver build, and he's young and he's getting better. So.
One is dad, like the bodybuilder of the universe or whatever.
His dad's like some
great genetics. I mean,
guy. 2, I got Puka. Kind of going to what he said. I don't think you should retire, man. I think you have a lot to give to that offense, and you're doing a lot for that offense. And even his first year, I mean, he did really good for a rookie his first year.
He was an all-pro.
And not too many rookies can ever say that. So. Generating his numbers and based off how he's performed since his rookie year, I have to put him there at 2. And then at 1, I got JSN for Seattle. I mean, like I said, it's hard not to put this guy here because of, obviously, he's young, right? He hasn't played 3 seasons in the league yet. And he comes for Ohio State, and Ohio State just produces those type of guys. And I've watched him since high school. Personally, and he's been like that since high school.
Where'd he come from again?
He went to, I think he went, if I'm not mistaken, it's somewhere in the South, I know for sure.
Really?
I don't know if it's Georgia. It's somewhere in that area, I feel like.
Okay.
It's either that or like Texas. I forget. It might be Texas, but I used to watch these under-the-radar clips of him, and if you know what under-the-radar is, you're a real athlete.
Yep.
But I watched him there, and, man, he was balling. I had a feeling he was going to be one of those guys. And, I mean, he was at Ohio State, got drafted, and now he is at Seattle. So, I mean, he hasn't really looked bad in his whole career. So
no. And the thing about him, too, like, he never looks like – he doesn't look the part if you just look at it. Like, that's nothing against you. Like, he's not that big. He doesn't look like he has that much muscle on him kind of thing. And, I mean – when he had that game in the Rose Bowl I think in 2022-21 against Utah where he had like 15 catches, 300-something yards, and 3 touchdowns. It was video game numbers. And, before then, like Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave had declared for the draft, and they were like, yeah, everyone praises us, but no, he's the guy. And people are like, oh, yeah, right. And now it's like, so far, he's been better than both of those guys in the NFL. I mean, to say the least. But
like I said, let us know what you think in the comments, man. I mean, there's a lot of wide receivers. I feel like you can debate. But going based off, the next 3 years, I think this is where we're at in the point of the NFL right now.
Yes, sir. And man, you know, can't have wide receivers make plays without tight ends opening up
Big
the holes.
factor. Big factor.
And I think we're ready to list up our top 5. Yeah, here we go. Number 5, I think most of our fifth one is a kind of fuck it, I put Jake Ferguson there. He tends to be a really reliable red zone target. I don't know if he has double-digit touchdowns this season or not.
Not yet. Don't think so.
He's really close, I think.
Yeah.
But, he just always seems to be like old reliable or whatever. I'm not going to compare him to Jason Witten, though, because that would be insane.
No, he's not.
But nowhere near as big and whatever. But, I got Jake Ferguson at 5. Number 4, we got Trey McBride. I mean, now that he's got a quarterback that's actually throwing the ball to him, and sorry, Kyler Murray, I don't think you're getting that job back. And, it just seems like anytime you're in the red zone, he's going to get the ball and score. And, I mean...
Best player on the Cardinals, for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. I mean...
He's the best football player on the Cardinals.
If not Buda Baker, but... Again, I'd probably put Trey McBride above him.
I feel like Buda Baker was maybe at one point, but...
Yeah, at one point, sure.
I don't know what the Cardinals are doing now, but that's another conversation. Number 3, before the ACL tear, I'm not kidding you, Tucker Kraft was reminding me of, like, prime Rob Gronkowski.
Yes.
I don't know if that's too high to say.
No, he looks...
But the way he was, like, shoving off tacklers while running, like, it made me think of that Rob Gronkowski run in 2011 against the Redskins, if y'all remember that one. Man, I mean, that boy, he blocks too. I mean, he's that guy. And, the Green Bay's offense hasn't been the same without him. Number 2, he's on a really shitty team with some Raiders who I highly doubt that Geno Smith, Chip Kelly, and Pete Carroll will be back there next year. At least one of them will be gone. Brock Bowers is easily number 2 for me. I thought about putting him at 1. At number 1, I'm a little biased because he's a hometown kid, and I played against him in high school, but he's balling for the Colts right now. Tyler Warren, making Daniel Jones' life a little bit easier, opening up, having people focused on him, opening up.
Great blocker, too.
Yes,
Great
and
blocker.
for Alec Pierce, Josh Downs, and Michael Pittman makes their lives easier, too, now that they have a reliable tight end. And VCU standout Mo Alley Cox is out there as the number 2. So... yeah, Colts, they're going to do their thing. I mean, probably win that division because it's set in stone at this point. But Tyler Warren, I trust you for the next 3 to 5 years. Don't let us down, brother.
Yeah. And yeah, like I said, I think going back to Tyler Warren, I mean, it's a guy that you can't not put on this list just because of how well he's doing at such a young age. And like you said, he's versatile. He can block as well, too. He's a really good lead blocker. If you watch some of the plays that JT runs, he's always, most of the time, in front of him. And he's always setting a pathway for him. And I think he's really good. Now, I will kind of go on that spiel, but mine's just, like I said, a little different. Now, is Isaiah likely he's a tight end, right? I have to put him at 5. And now, the reason that I put him at 5 it's because, one, he's young, and he is another weapon for that Ravens offense.
He's about to take over for Mark Andrews
and
soon.
I think he's better than Mark Andrews.
And Mark Andrews been balling lately, though.
And he's been doing his thing, too. So, I mean, you have Mark Andrews doing his thing, so he's not really getting as much as the production as he wants. But, I mean, a young guy who can pose a threat to you in that sort of way from the tight end position, and he can run as a tight end, like he's a really good runner. I think there's no way you don't put Isaiah Likely there. 4, I got Ferguson. I think for what he's proven, and now for our team, specifically the Cowboys, he's definitely a part of our offense. He's a big part of our offense. And he makes plays. He makes really good plays in open space. He can catch the ball pretty well, and I think I'm going to keep him at that 4 spot. Going into, or what spot was that? Yeah.
That was 4. You're at 3 now.
Going into the 3rd spot, I got Kraft. just an absolute dog, like he was talking about. It just reminds you of those really great tight ends back in the day that could, that could run and that could maneuver so well. And I mean, he's got great hands. And he really poses a real challenge for people to guard him. Like, you're going to have to, most of the time, double him if you don't want him to catch it on third down.
I don't even know if that'll work.
And that probably won't work.
That boy.
So where am I at? I'm at 3.
You're at 2 now.
2. I got to go with my boy Bowers. I think you're probably one of the best tight ends in the league. Your team doesn't say it, but if you look at your track record, man, you've been one of the best tight ends for the last 2 years. So going off that, I think, if you put something around him, you can definitely make a threat out of what he's got going on as a tight end. So I got to put him there. And then number 1, I got to go Tyler Warren, bro. VA's on, Richmond's on, man. And like I said, you're doing what you're doing with the team that you're doing it with. Your team's got a lot of hype. But you're also just so versatile as a rookie, man. You've always been athletic. Like, you were athletic in high school. You've always been, like, just super agile, man. And it's fun to see you play, and it's fun to see you set those holes for, JT and make those short pass catches. But, yeah, man, I think you're a real threat. And once you develop more and get used to the game and get used to your offense, which you seem not to be doing bad right now. So, off of that.
Yeah. Man, I mean.
Tyler.
And he played quarterback in high school, too. People forget that. Like, I remember.
Played basketball. I think did he play baseball?
Yeah, they showed his basketball.
I know he was really good at basketball, too.
Yeah, he had some dunk highlights on the draft night spectacular or whatever that was. ESPN's little draft. But, yeah, that is our offensive skill positions. And, we don't forget our offensive line, of course, as well. Not really going to list that today, but I still got love for y'all as an offensive line coach because, you could go offensive tackle, offensive guard, center, but, that's a lot.
All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm coming in as the grader.
Oh, boy.
All right. So now we have to defend our list here. Let me bring it up for the audience to see. And I'll just start at QBs here. Okay. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm looking at everybody. I got to say, I'll start with Ben. Dak's going to be old as fuck in 3 years.
35.
That's old, bro.
You seen him move lately? I don't know, dude.
Old,
I don't
bro.
know.
He's only 1 year older than you. What does that make you?
Oh, I've been old, dude. I've been old. Are you kidding me? Now, a lot of people also could say, this is both of y'all's lists, Josh Allen in 3 years, I believe, is going to be 31?
31, yeah.
31?
Yeah.
So some could argue, hey, boys, he's still in his prime. They could argue that.
Yeah.
And then I'm the biggest Baker fan in the world. Number 2 over Allen next 3 years, man. I don't know. That's that one is up for debate for sure.
I think with his system,
he's definitely got the better weapon.
He's got the better weapon and better system.
And I'll make the argument for you here. 3 coordinators in 3 years, and he's pretty much looked the same throughout. Okay.
Can't hate on him, man.
All right, moving on to running backs. Let's take a look at them here. Okay, obvious one. Bro, where's the Bucky love, bro? You seen him?
I did.
You seen him?
I thought about Bucky, and I was like, it was either Achane or Bucky on my list, but I think Achane is more versatile than Bucky. Pass and run wise. Now, I'm not saying he's the best blocker because Bucky Irving is a better downhill runner.
Yeah. He's literally what our offense is missing right now. And then Achane, I did the exercise too. Achane was my 6th, so I'm right there with you. Looking at Ben's list here. I guess you could argue James Cook belongs somewhere, but I don't know. I don't know where you'd fit him in. It would be hard to take one of those guys off, Ben. I think taking a guy.
I could see him over Bucky, but that's about it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I think. I think he's I think he's over Bucky and Ancient, right?
In my exercise, I had Bucky at third. Again, total homer pick. It's fine. I'll own it.
He's been hurt, so maybe that's why I said.
All right. Wide receivers here. You both like JSN and Puka 1 and 2. I'm sure people might pick apart these lists online. I don't think they can touch those two. If those aren't
those two,
if those
man.
are your top 2 wide receivers for the next 3 years, I would argue that you're wrong. Jay Jetta's on there. I love St. Brown. I love Drake London. I love Chase. I think Chase might be a little bit low on Benz, and I totally understand why, Pro, you wouldn't want Jamar Chase on your team. He does kind of seem like a bitch.
And like I said, the spitting incident was, for me, what kind of
Pussy-ass motherfucker.
That was, like, I don't want a guy on my team like that, and then lies in front of the camera, doesn't own up to it like a man and be mature about
That's
it.
the thing,
It's
dude, you're a weak fucking man.
And
he beat up his baby mama. Oh, that's a rumor.
And plus, if he does that in games, how much is that going to cost you in games, right?
Sure.
If he gets those penalties where he's so hot-headed that he can spit on somebody, come on, bro. I don't want him in my top 3 next year, top 3 years, if he can't control that.
Jalen Ramsey's actions were warranted.
Yes, 100%. Because that's the most disrespectful form of anything.
You see what James Harrison said? He said he'd try to find out where you live and kill you.
Yeah. And James Harrison
would
actually do that.
And not to get totally off topic, because they're trying to fight right now. James Harrison and Chad Ochocinco. Who y'all got in that one?
James Harrison?
That's what I'm
Harrison
saying.
would mop the floor with him.
Mop
I
the
think
floor with
Ocho
trash.
better just
Ocho's a bitch.
stick to podcasting on
Ocho
that.
got
Nightcap. Great podcast.
Great podcast.
Ocho got 10-man legs. He not there yet.
All right, then that brings me to tight ends. All right. I'm going to be honest with you, boys. Next 3 years, I don't think Ferguson is in my top 7, let alone top 5. That is my.
I don't hate that, honestly.
That is
I don't
my.
hate that.
That is my biggest qualm with that. Top 3 when I did the exercise, I had Bowers over Warren, but again, my top 3 were Bowers, Warren, and Kraft.
Now, I think Bowers is a better player than Warren. I do think
too.
that.
Just
But
off
I think
the projection.
I think based off of years.
Can't be mad at you. Can't be mad at you for that.
My thing is, I just think Bowers is more of a receiver than a tight end, kind of at this point. And that's not saying that like he's not like doing
But
it at all.
I mean, he's still
But
lining.
he kind of has to be.
I'm not
because-
lining him up there though. Like for the people that have to guard him at the tight end position, they really can't guard him like that. So
I just never.
I think lining him up at tight
Bulldog
ends.
number one,
Yeah.
personally.
And then I really like the likely shout. The likely shout, that's a good one. He didn't make my list, but he popped in the playoffs a few years ago. You got to think Mark Andrews ages out. He easily steps in, and I think any Ravens fan.
You're okay with that,
No
right?
problem.
You're fine with that.
2 names on the tight end list that didn't make it that I thought about. One of them made my list. One of them didn't. And also, real quick before I get into that, McBride's got to be on the list, bro. Or pro, both of them.
No.
Oh yeah, you didn't have McBride. I didn't even notice that.
Cardinals fans, don't come for my man's too hard. All
They
right?
don't
It's
exist.
still yeah. What Cardinals fans? Other 2 names, I feel like not enough time on Loveland. Right, I feel like we can all agree that Loveland maybe has a couple more weeks under
He's got
his belt.
one sample size game.
Yeah,
Really.
he's got the one that popped. A guy that made my list on a total flyer is Harold Fanning Jr. from the Browns. I think in 3 years he could be like right in that mix of your Bowers and your Warren. If they get a QB that can give him the ball.
Well, that and Njoku gone.
Yeah, I would assume in 3 years maybe he's still there, but Harold Fanning Jr. So I'm going to put up the list one more time for the audience so we can kind of get a good feel for it.
Because I still think Njoku could be a top tight end. Really,
He could.
anywhere.
He could. He's another physical freak like Fanning.
Too, didn't y'all had that tight end do pretty good last game, didn't you?
Ooh, Darnell Washington, baby. But again,
huge.
I mean, he's bigger than some linemen.
He's huge,
big
bro.
boy.
I just saw an interview today. He was on the I'm on Ross St. Brown podcast. Weighs 311 pounds. they list him at 260, brother. Like I wouldn't want to tackle that man.
That's a lot of mass coming at
Lot
you, man.
6'7".
But like,
My goodness, bro.
6'7". fucking kids,
All right,
man.
I got the list up here. Honestly, anyone watching, this is not an easy exercise. Like, there is lots of decisions that you have to make.
There's a lot of thinking.
There's a lot of projections that you have to, you're taking some liberties on who's going to age, right? Like, you didn't see Derrick Henry on your list. You didn't see Christian McCaffrey on your lists, which they weren't on mine for this exercise either. But I challenge the people at home to make this list or make these lists. It's a little more difficult than I believe you would think originally.
Yeah.
And to be clear for those who really aren't listening, it ain't top 5 in today's game.
Yeah.
It's what you think will be top 5 in 3 years.
Yeah.
For all we know, these guys might not even all be playing in 3 years.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You like never know. Like, the injury thing is like the biggest thing in NFL right now, right? Like, these teams had, going into the season, they're like, oh, we're so hyped for these teams. And even before the season, people started getting hurt. And as the season started happening, more people started getting hurt. So you can say, injuries may affect this list. You can say different aspects of different systems. But I think for what we've put down, like you said, the next 3 years, looking towards the future, looking towards health, looking towards production, looking towards stable, guy in that position, a starter in that position. I think you can't hate these guys, man. I really don't think you can.
Couple other thoughts I have. You draft a running back at number 6 if you're the Oakland Raiders and Genty, and he's not on the top 5 or projecting to be in the top 5 in 3 years. Sounds like a miss to me, but what do you guys think?
Here's my thing with that. I think Ashton Genty can be a great player.
I think he can be. Right.
I don't think he's behind a good offensive line. I don't think he's going to have another play caller next year. That's pretty evident at this point. I mean, 2 carries in the first half, and then you don't run him until they have they're on their own 2-yard line, and it ends up being a safety. I mean, you're relying on Geno Smith, and I don't know if Geno's just not.
He's
that
not your offense. He's not your offense. I'm sorry, your quarterback is not your offense.
And Pete Carroll, I don't see how he goes into.
Why is he still? Why pick up? I don't understand why they got him in.
Originally, I kind of liked it just because I was like, you know what? But
Chip Kelly should be arrested for fraud because he has made a living off of a little bit of innovation in a good 3 to 4 year stretch. Looking at the guys in college coming up, maybe we see Love from Notre Dame on this list in a year or two.
Yes.
Because if you think about it, right, if we did this exercise 3 years ago, there is no Warren, there is no Bowers, there is no Bucky. JSN, I feel like, is this his 3rd year? So he wouldn't be on the list. He didn't exactly absolutely bang in his.
I could have had
year.
Jalen Warren on here.
No.
Nah.
Yes.
Not Jalen Warren.
If we ever utilize that guy, brother, he is that guy.
Jalen Warren needs another back. Like he can't be the workhorse back, in my opinion. I like Jalen Warren. This is no shade at Jalen Warren, but on your top 5 list, bro?
Nah, not top 5.
What about top 10?
Top 10.
Top 10,
you can convince me for the top 10.
My thing is
He's a low top 10.
He'll get 15 carries and have over 5 yards a carry, and then we'll be like, all right,
top 10,
let's run in Kenneth Gainwell.
At 10, if he's top 10.
But anyway, I mean, going back to the Raiders real quick, and Jeremiah Love's going to be a stud. And by the way, Pat Narduzzi, what the fuck kind of coaching was that against Notre Dame saying, oh, I don't care if we lose this game 100-10 as long as we win the next 2 ACC games. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, it's pretty soft mentality. I understand what he was. I understand what he was saying, but you probably not everything should be said.
Yeah, you should have worded it differently.
Yeah, say that. Just shut up next time. And but Pitt, you're whatever. I don't really care for y'all. And as y'all saw, James Franklin's coming to Virginia Tech.
Thank you.
Yeah,
VTech. Thank you.
And all I heard was we're going to win the national championship in the next 5 years.
You're thinking too
Let's
much.
go, Hokie. No, I'm not. I'm not.
No.
Yep,
You're thinking too much. You're not there. No, you're not there.
We're there.
No.
And you want to think too much because, your Cowboys got a good win. Congratulations to that. I mean, beat a Raiders team. Do you think
What's supposed to happen?
They can beat the Eagles coming up?
I will say this.
Oh, no.
I will say this.
No.
In order for us to lose to the Eagles have to beat themselves. And this is what I'll say. the Eagles have to put themselves in position to lose the game.
And they have been lately.
They have been. So, in my head, and do you know if the game is at Dallas or if it's...
It's at Dallas. That's my thing. But
and it's at Dallas.
I'm so confident that y'all are not going to win. If the Cowboys win, next show I will wear a Dallas Cowboys jersey.
Shake on that right there because
it ain't going to happen.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not saying, like I said, I feel like just alone with what we have, our defense is way too terrible. We can't.
Better now, though.
No. It's going to. We're so inconsistent, bro.
Big Q, Quinnen Williams.
And that will help us with our run game, which was one of our weak spots. But like I said, I think the Eagles have to put themselves in that position. If they don't put themselves in a position to lose, they're not going to lose. I just don't feel like they would.
Well, and A.J. Brown, you got your targets, but only 7 yards per catch.
I'm about to say, he got tons of... the first quarter of last week's game,
it felt like
he got the ball almost every single time. And you weren't open. You weren't open that much,
Did you see
bro.
that stat that I said the other day?
Yeah.
He's 135th in creating separation.
Terrible. And you expect to be a number one guy.
That. Is it schematic or is it him? That's what we really want to know.
It's weird. You know how we had a couple weeks ago, we had the conversation about system QBs, right? Like you give Shanahan, you give McVay, any QB, like they can kind of make it work.
Yeah.
I feel like Philly's offense, they can kind of make it work with any wide receiver. Is it worth having, like, I don't want to say a number one, but like at least before the year, maybe a premier number one? I feel like you trade him, you get some draft comp, and you keep it moving. But he's like I don't know, in their system, I don't know if a true alpha number one, give me the ball 20 times a game, I don't really see it when I watch him.
No. And, I thought you were about to say that Jalen Hurts was a system quarterback, which is hard for me to say, only because he's had a different play caller every single season. Now, same head coach, but is Sirianni the one really calling the plays, though?
Hurts is one that, like, I see people put him in their top, in their top 8 quarterbacks, and can you really argue that with his results? No. I've seen people put him below 15. I feel like he's I
wouldn't do that.
He's a very, what's the word? People have very differing opinions.
He's very underachieving this year. Like,
he is.
It's just like...
He just doesn't lose you the game. That's the thing.
And their defense is winning them games. I'm sorry. Their defense looks...
Jalen Phillips' trade was amazing.
Their defense looks great.
Howie Roseman's the best in the business.
If the Eagles call you wanting to make a trade, don't you just hang up?
That's what I'm saying. Like, everyone says he's a genius, but it's like...
You just have Howie on your caller ID. You just send him to voicemail because he's going to fleece you.
No, block him.
Yeah.
Like, block the phone number. Don't let him talk to anybody. But speaking of blocking phone numbers, I wonder if Lane Kiffin's doing that over at Ole Miss right now. Do we think Lane Kiffin will be the not next head coach, the coach at Ole Miss next season, or do we think he'll go somewhere else?
I believe he's gone.
Yeah, I don't think he's...
It's so hard because it's like you're in position to be... But he's never going to win at Ole Miss. And my thing is, like, if he goes to LSU, you're just getting Brian Kelly all over again.
Well, here's the thing. Like, Lane Kiffin loves the spotlight. He's on Twitter. He dates,
It's kind of annoying.
Right. So can you be in the spotlight at Ole Miss? No. You got to be at your Florida, or you got to be at your LSU, or, So that's why I think he's gone.
But my thing is, it's like...
Does he go to Penn State?
He could.
I see him as a warm Florida, Louisiana.
Like
I can't see him. I can't see him as a Nittany Lion in that.
I think he'd... Well, again...
People want Ed Orgeron back at LSU, though.
Ed Orgeron was looking at Arkansas, which would be amazing. He also Ed Orgeron looked at UNLV too, which him in Vegas would have been hilarious. But
I think he should go back to LSU.
No, there was a reason he got fired. But man, I mean, at college football, I still think Virginia Tech got the best coach. I'm a little biased, but I would have rather had James Franklin than Lane Kiffin, and let me tell you why. Hold on. James Franklin was 1 game away from the national championship last year. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Lane Kiffin missed a 12-team college football playoff with Jackson Dart and about 8 or however many top 100 picks he had on his team.
I think for a program builder, which that's what Virginia Tech needs, they need someone to kind of pull them out of the gutter. I would agree with you that James Franklin would be the better hire than Lane Kiffin. For VTech specifically, I'm with you. I'm with you. And you called that, by the way, so shout out to you, man.
All his recruits are Virginia people. Like,
and we're getting the Penn State people to transfer there, too.
Yeah. I think it'll be real interesting to see. Let's just hypothetically say Kiffin goes to LSU. I'll be real interested to see who goes to Florida.
Yeah.
Like there's
no
a
way
lot
Brian Kelly gets the job, right?
I don't think Brian Kelly's getting a head coaching job ever again.
I don't think he should ever.
Yeah, he might be in like the UNLV.
He's a UNLV's got
Didn't they just get a new?
They got the former Florida coach. I don't remember, Dan Mullen.
Yeah.
Dan Mullen. Okay.
Who actually won a lot of games at Florida.
So I saw on Twitter today actually that Sam Leavitt, the ASU quarterback, might be coming to Virginia Tech.
Is he junior
love
year?
that.
I don't know.
See, I thought he would declare for the draft, but I didn't know. I mean, he got hurt, but
some of those guys got extra eligibility.
That's what I'm saying.
And if you can make $8 million a year in college, why wouldn't you just be the man for another year?
If we get Sam Leavitt to Virginia Tech, I'm calling it right now. Virginia Tech is winning the ACC next year. I'm so confident if that happens.
Oh, you know who I'm glad you said that. Florida guy could absolutely be shoot, why am I blanking? Clemson, help me out.
Dabo Swinney?
I think Dabo could take the Florida job.
You think he'd leave Clemson?
I think he wants to. If you've seen his recent
I don't
interviews,
think Florida should want Dabo Swinney.
He's been thinking Clemson's gonna kick him though.
Yeah.
For a season.
Hard not to. I mean, but again, that's a guy who's not
awful this season.
Do you want him though? He doesn't adapt to modern day college football. I mean, not that you need to, but
I think he learns his lessons from Clemson, and then I think he kind of the new V2 version of himself will be at Florida. But real quick before we end, I'm just gonna flash the lists one more time so everyone can see them. Check it out. Put them in the comments where you agree with the boys, where you disagree with the boys. And thanks for watching. Ben, go ahead and send us out there, brother.
Yes, sir. Great show as always. Yeah. One quick note to end off of. I just think Lane Kiffin's a glorified Brian Kelly, but that's another conversation for another day. But really good talking with you guys about this. We'll see if we look like idiots in the next 3 to 5 years or 6 to 7 years, as you dumbasses would say. Not dumbasses. I love you guys. Pro does too. So does Poe. And shout out to our guy Poe for, he organized this whole thing. Would not have thought of this without him, but a really great day. A lot of good sports. And plenty more historic events coming up. Hope we get to see it and be a part of it with you guys. Thank you and have a great night. Let's go!